Good morning. Today we will start a new lesson number 8, which is about measurement. As there are different types of measurement, I will teach you one by one and I will tell you how to just find their results. Follow me. As you have seen, it is written here, lesson 8, measurement. Now, you see, I have two things. Is it visible? You see, one is here in my right hand side, another one is in my left hand side. So you see, the object which is in my right hand side, it is shorter and it is taller, isn't it? If you just keep two objects parallelly, you will find it is shorter, it is taller. Hello students, short and tall you have learned. Now I will just teach you about thick and thin. Here also you see I have two pens, isn't it? In my right hand, the pens which is in white color, it is very thick, and the pen which is in my left hand side, it is very thin in comparison with the first one, isn't it? So this one is thick, this one is thin. Now I will teach you about heavy and light. Here you see I have a sheet of paper, and it is a sheet of paper, and this one is a book. You see that the weight, isn't it? The weight of this object is very heavy, and this one is lighter. Hello student, you have understood? This one is what? Heavy, and this one is light, isn't it? Lighter than this book. This sheet of paper is lighter because it is very light in weight and it is very heavy in weight. You have understood? It is light, and it is heavy one. Now I will show you how to just measure. There are different types of way to find out the length of any objects. Earlier people used their hand pan. It is called hand pan. Have you understood? If suppose I want to measure the length of the board, so I will have to count like this: 1 hand pan, 2 hand pan, 3 hand pan, 4 hand pan, 5 hand pan, and 6 hand pan. This is called hand pan, by which you can measure the length. Now here you see another way, that is called cubit. This you are just observing. If I do this one, how to just find it out, let me show you this one. I can count it like this way: 1, 2, in this manner. This is called what? Cubit. Hello students, you have understood? This is called what? Hand pan. And this one is called cubit. And also you can measure the length with footpan, isn't it? When you walk, you can count with the help of your footpan the length of any distance, isn't it? Now I will tell you about heavy and light. As you have seen and measure one thing at first, I will just show you. This one you see, this is one measuring scale. With the help of this scale, you can measure the length of any object. Hello students, have you seen it? Most probably you have seen it. The tailor who just measures the length of the cloth, they use this particular type of scale. Why? To measure the length of the cloth, isn't it? Now you see, I will just tell you about lighter and thinner, isn't it? Lighter and thinner, I have already told you that the sheet of paper, that one I taught you, isn't it? This is what? This is light, and this one is very heavy, isn't it? Hello students, you have understood about measures, how to just measure the length of any objects. We can use what? Our footpan. Hand, it is what? Sorry, it is called hand pan, isn't it? We can use it. It is called hand pan. You see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like this way you can count. Earlier people use this type of way to measure any length, and also they used this very cubit. Have you understood? Suppose I want to measure the height of my board. I may count it like this way. I may measure it like this way. 1 cubit, 2 cubit and 3 cubit. Hello students, you have learned, isn't it? So to just measures, either it is heavy or it is light. You have seen the businessman use different types of weight measurers, isn't it? Balance. One balance you have seen. If suppose you want to find, you can keep one stick in a balance. If any weight is given on the other end, the others end will rise up. As soon as here we give weight, it will, when you are in a straight position, we will call it is in balance. So like this way we can find what is the weight of any objects. Hello, you have seen it, students? You have learned. Now I will just teach you about capacity. Capacity means to hold some objects inside any objects. Okay, I to just find the capacity, I will draw here two glasses. Here one glass, here also another glass. I think you have understood it. It is what? It is a small glass. It is big glass. Amount of water, if suppose these are waters, it will contains, isn't it, very less amount of water. But this glass, which is very big in size, isn't it, it will hold many, we can say much water, isn't it? But it will hold very less water in comparison with the bigger one. Hello students, you have learned the capacity. It is small, so it will hold less amount, and it is bigger, so it will contains or hold more water, isn't it, in comparison with the smaller one. You can also understand by this way, it is what? Shorter. It is what? Taller. This glass is shorter glass and this one is taller glass. In comparison with these two glasses we can find, isn't it? And now suppose if you want to hold it, you will find very difficult to hold this glass because it will contains maximum amount of water, and this one will contains less amount in comparison with it. Therefore it will be lighter and this will be heavier, isn't it? So students, you have learned about measurement, I think so.